Hello everyone and welcome to ILR. I know it's on my channel, I messed up, and yeah, we just want to talk about this week, but from next week onwards it will be on the official Inside Down Racing channel. So if you've never watched League Race before, then by all means let's just forget that it's on my channel and let's get on into the new season of ILR. And I mean last season I commentated ILR4, so it's a step down, but I know most of these guys in the lobby, and from what I've been seeing in the group chat, this man Dartbolt looking like the early favourite for tonight's race. So yeah, I mean I've been sort of scouring the group chat today, seeing what everyone's pace is, and again everyone's saying Dartbolt's just on another level. So let's hope that's not the case and we actually have a close season and close race. But before we talk about lap times and qualifying times, I'm going to quickly take you through who's in what car, with it being a new season. And also, let me just get that up right now. I was going to take a screenshot of it, but then all the accounts messed up and I couldn't get in, so I'm trying to sort that out. But I think quickly just get it up. Come on. Doesn't want to load now. Sick. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong today. So while it loads at the moment, Calzo 210, who I have no idea who that is, he's currently on pole with a 19.8. So that's a good lap, good banker lap from the Red Bull driver. So already dipping into the 19s. So I'm just going to quickly see what tyre that was on, and of course it was on the ultra soft tyre. And right, so I've just signed in. No, I haven't. What is this? There you go, there is. ILR4, season info. So, let's quickly get that image. No, will it? Yes. So, I believe. Wait, hold on. Okay then. Well, this is the wrong one. Right, let me go back again. Is it? This is the wrong one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it by word of mouth. So in the Mercedes, we've got league admin. These names are going to absolutely do me this season. We've got 4 Statics. No idea. He's of course league admin, so hopefully he can have a good season. And his teammate is Kryptonite. So yeah, I mean I don't know whether this is a strong pairing or not. I have not got a clue. In the Ferrari, we have Partridge 99 and Dougie Antonio, who I know from multiple leagues, and on his day is a very quick driver, so hopefully he can bring the fight to the constructors. And then in the Red Bull, we have currently on pole Calzo 210, and his teammate is Sim F1 Nicholas. Now I have had the pleasure of racing some Sim F1 guys in 5 lappers, and for the most part they have been quite quick, so hopefully Nicholas is the same and he is able to put up a fight for the Drivers' Championship. So next up in, we'll go for the Williams, just because they're third in qualifying. We have Campbell, who again I've never heard of, never seen him in any sort of race, so this is going to be sort of a learning curve to see what everyone is on pace. And his teammate is Rink Morris, who had the decency to commentate on last season in ILR4. So this man has got the pace on his day, but unfortunately towards the end of last season he just was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and got just really bugged down with people. I'd say people around him and getting wing damage, but hopefully in the lower division he can show his worth and can put on a good show. So we'll go to Salva next, and Nigel again, someone who was in ILR4 last season as well, and his teammate is Chazza. Now if this is Chazza I'm thinking of, I have raced Chazza in another league and he is very quick. So again, we've got a lot of quick guys, but they're in different teams. So constructors could is looking quite tight at the moment. So we'll go to the Renault boys now. First up, I've got QVR Chill. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is Chill Drive for everyone watching. And again, someone who's very quick on his day. Hopefully he can put on a show for us tonight. And his teammate, I'm gonna butcher his name, so I do apologise, is Josh Heinze. Again, no idea who he is. Haven't seen him race in any ILR league. So again, hopefully he can put on a good show. In the Haas, we have Dartbolt, who everyone's saying is the favourite tonight. He has set his lap on softs and is only 1.1 seconds off the lead, so it's good luck from him. And his teammate J. Cole. Now again, last season ILR3, I called J. Cole Mr. Consistent because, you know, he's always getting top fives every other race, or would be somewhere in and around the top 10. So he's one of these guys who isn't necessarily quick as obviously Williams there, been in it, but he on his day, if we're not a point scorer in the teammate, J. Cole is that man. So next, I'm going to go to the Toro Rosso boys, so Lukey Luke, who was in ILR3 as well, and DeLuca, who joined ILR3 late last season, and towards the end got some very good results. So again, a lot of people from ILR3 dropping down to ILR4, so hopefully they've all got the pace here tonight and can maybe be title contenders towards the end of the season. So we're going to go to Force India now. We've got Warlock, who I know from another league, and I believe, again, someone who is very quick on his day. So we've got a lot of quick guys here in this division. So again, hopefully we see a good showing from him tonight and his teammate CPI Casper. Now I know Lewis is in the chat, so he'll know all about Casper. I don't know that much about him, but he's only 5 tenths off on the set of super soft, so a good lap from the Force India driver. Now I'm not missing any teams. I believe I've missed the McLaren team. So first up, we've got LMC Josh, who most of you will know. Again, someone, I'm sounding like a parrot here, but someone on his day who is one of the quickest in his division. So again, you know, if he comes to a race and he's done his practice, this is definitely a race winner here for sure. And then his teammate Vitinho, who unfortunately has retired. Before I started the stream, he retired, I think, through the fast left-right sequence, which again will catch a lot of drivers out tonight, not just in qualifying but in the race. So yeah, we've lost him, and I think that's all the teams gone through. In terms of constructors' favourites, if anyone's got any favourites in the chat, then by all means put them in the chat. I'll be sure to shout some people out. If any of you only have any drivers' favourites, you know, if you've got a friend who you want to see win the Drivers' Championship, put it in the chat. Again, I will read it out. So yeah, I'm looking at the chat now. Lewis saying Casper uses cockpit view, so again, that's very interesting view to use. Obviously Casper wants to get, see the Ferrari dipping in and out of the racing line. That could have ended horribly for the guys on their laps. So with just over 5 minutes remaining, qualifying times, all there's yellows in sector 2 and sector 3. That could be a car binning it. I'm going to quickly run through. I'm not going to steam through. Yellows in sector 3 now, so I think that's just car slowing down. Yeah, it is. So in terms of qualifying times, we're seeing that's 19.8 from Calzo, who again 4 tenths clear of Dougie. So again, looking at someone here who has the pace so far in qualifying, but don't count out Dartbolt yet. I mean, we are seeing that he is meant to be the favourite here tonight, so sort of all eyes on him really. All the guys in the chat earlier were basically saying that, you know, what's the point of racing if Dartbolt's going to run away with it. But you know, I kept on saying to him, look, chill, you know, anything can happen, it's the race. You know, Australia is a demanding track as it is. It's like a street circuit in some sectors, especially at the end of sector 1. If you go too wide through there, you're basically asking for death. So yeah, it's under 5 minutes now. Again, qualifying times 19.8. I'm going to say we're going to see maybe a mid to low 19. I think Dartbolt will get a low 19, and the rest might be a couple tenths behind, so mid to high 19s. I mean, if Calzo can improve his time by a couple tenths, and he'll be mid 19s already, so let's hope there's time in that lap for him to improve. As we've seen all the guys coming out for the remaining laps. I'm going to try not to scroll through all the views. I'm going to try and use the driver select feature, because I know sometimes that can make a stream look bad. So we're going to go on board with the favourite for tonight, Dartbolt. Let's see what his pace is like. He's chosen to come out on a set of super softs. Now, is he finishing the lap? I believe he is. So let's see what he can set on the super soft tyre. I don't think he'll get round in time. And he goes pole with a 19.8. That's incredible from Dartbolt there. I think if this man has enough time to get back into the pits, which I doubt, then we could be looking at low to high 18. Hello, Scuba. And yeah, Dartbolt, I mean, he's basically, I'm doing 19.7s on supers. So, you know, he's on my pace, and I'm in ILR1, so, you know, Dartbolt's obviously put in the time. I think he's put a bit too much time in, but nevertheless, he's proved, you know, with a bit of practice you can be quick, and you can get, you know, get quick, and he has done, so fair play to him. Some pole at the moment on the set of super softs, the harder tyre here today at Australia. For those of you that don't know, you get ultra soft, which are the softest, super soft, which is the middle compound, and the soft, which are the harder compound, and in my opinion can go all race long. So Scuba saying they did it in practice, so again just showing just how consistent he is, and he's chosen to retire. So Dartbolt, knowing he hasn't got enough time, he's chosen to call it a day, and so far job done. I mean, so far, but if some of these guys improve, and he could find himself in the midfield. So Scuba says, little fact here, Dartbolt's done over 400 laps of practice for this race, so, you know, it's showing right now because he's absolutely rapid, so fair play to the lad. So hopefully Dartbolt, I mean, hopefully he gets seen by the admins, hopefully, can but hope, and he actually gets moved up early on. I mean, I'm not saying it will happen, but I mean, it'd be a bit unfair to the other guys who maybe haven't had the chance to practice as much, and maybe don't really take the game that seriously. I've seen a lot of retirements now. Nicholas has called it a day. You know what? What's it? Scott. His name's Scott. I'm just going to call him Scott from now on. Scott has chosen to retire as well. 6 tenths down on Dartbolt super soft time. Rip. So yeah, so Luke's linked my channel in the chat, which is good. I'm honestly such a twat. How can I mess up to YouTube signing in? But anyway, enough about me being a twat. Gonna go on board with, I believe Josh has invalidated, or not really. I think he might have got invalidated at turn 1, so I don't think he can improve. Gonna go to Calzo now as he starts his flying lap. Yes, he is. Let's stay with the man who could potentially dethrone Dartbolt on the ultra soft tyres as he comes down into turn 1. Doesn't want to hug the apex too much because he will unsettle the car, gets a good exit, and is now coming down towards turn 3, where if you're on OBS it's quite hard to get the apex right, and scattering the cars there for Calzo, but that won't distract him too much. Gets a good exit out of turn 4 and 5, coming into the 1. This is what I said, being, you know, 1 car wide. You know, you got 2 wide for repeat, basically asking for a crash. Coming through sector 2 now. Sector 2 quite easy, I think 2 or 3 corners, and then of course at the end of sector 2 we have the notorious turn 11 and 12 sequence, which can catch out with even the best drivers on this game. So Calzo looking quite clean on this lap. Again, the clean laps always look the quickest. Comes through turn 11 and 12, and again, look at that, taking it absolutely superbly there. Not a hitch of oversteer. The back end not kicking out, and he's now finishing up in sector 3, which is a tight twisty bit of this track. A place where you can gain all your time and lose it. Coming into the penultimate corner now. Doesn't want to look up them brakes, doesn't, hits the apex, and is now on his way to potentially getting pole. It's looking like a good lap, but is it enough to dethrone Dartbolt from pole position? Yes, it is. 19. Wow. Jesus. I was not expecting that. So Calzo with pole there with a 19.1. Jeez, what a man. So this man has pace from out of nowhere. Dougie, he's on the lap, he's backed out. Was anyone else on the lap? I believe, yeah, I think Dougie was the only one who was on a lap. DeLuca's on a lap. DeLuca has stayed in 17th place. So that is the end of the first qualifying of Season 5 And Calzo takes pole, shockingly, with a 90. I honestly wasn't expecting that from him. So fair play to the lad. He's obviously been doing his practice, hasn't said anything in the chats, because he's looking like he could challenge Dartbolt tonight. So looking quite good here. I mean, I think them times are sort of ILR1 pace for Calzo and Dartbolt. So again, just shows when you do the practice you can be quick. So on pole, Calzo with a 19-1, absolutely shocked from me. Dartbolt in second with a 19.8, again an exceptional lap from him. Josh in third again. I said someone who could on his day win races. Josh in fourth, Nicholas in fifth, Dougie in sixth, J. Cole in seventh, Casper in eighth, Rink or Morris in ninth, and Scott rounding out the top 10. Just outside the top 10 we've got Chill, Warlock, Campbell, Nigel, Chazar, Luke, DeLuca, Kryptonite, Vitinho, and I believe Partridge was the last to not set a lap, and we'll be starting stone dead last. So I mean that shocked me, getting that 19.1. I thought he was going to sit like a 19.5, 19.4. So Calzo answering back to Dartbolt's pace there, because if Dartbolt set a lap on the Ultra Softs, he was looking at roughly the same time, maybe a tenth or two faster. So this is going to be very, very exciting, as it looks quite cloudy here. I don't think there's any rain forecast. I believe it is going to be a dry race. So as these guys decide what tyres to start on outside the top 10, how much fuel to put in, I will have a quick drink and I'll be right back. So, as we start the formation up, it is Calzo who gets us underway. And looking in the chat now, a lot of people are asking for Calzo and Dartbolt to go up a division or two. I'd say 3 divisions. This is ILR1 pace without a shadow of a doubt. But I mean, what most people have to remember is, you know, this is the first race of the season. Obviously, from last season, it's like a 5 or 6 week break. So of course, you're going to see something like this happen, where 1 or 2 guys in their division are going to be exceptionally quick. And Dartbolt, they're hounding the back end of Calzo. I think he's giving him a little message there saying, I'm coming for you, mate. I'm on the harder tyre, but I've got the pace in the race to keep up with you. And looking back from the field, Josh in third. Again, I did say in qualifying, someone on his day who could win a race. Josh, or again, I'm butchering so many names here. Josh, or again, I'm just gonna whatever. Renault driver in fourth. Nicholas doing a fantastic job in qualifying. Again, I did say someone who's a part of SimF1 who do have very quick drivers indeed. Dougie in 6th. J. Cole in impressive 8th place. Caspar, who is also known as Undefined, he did put in the chat, so that's how I found that out. Morris in 9th. Scott in 10th. Chill in 11th. This is what the outside the top 10 guys have decided to start on. So a lot of them opting for the super soft. Nigel in 14th, opting for the harder tyre, being the soft, so he's going to lose maybe 1 or 2 places at the start. Excuse me. And Vitonho. I'm going to call him Vitin for short. Don't care. So Vitin in 19th, he's opted for the soft as well, and Partridge on the super soft tyres. So Dartbolt's already out the grid, so he wants to get underway ASAP. So get your predictions in the chat. Who's going to win this race? Who's going to finish on the podium? I personally think Dartbolt's going to get it. Personally. So yeah. So let's see where. Oh no! Just as I go to the back. Sick. Nice. So we are going to go to 5 red lights, maybe. Yes, we are. Okay, so here we are for the Season 5 ILR4 opener at Australia. It's lights out, and away we go. And I think Calzo's going to keep the lead going somewhere, but Dartbolt has an almighty... Well, he's had a dreadful start, so Calzo quite easy into turn 1, going to keep the lead. Josh is up into second place. Dartbolt's down into third. He's pushed the Renault onto the grass there. Yellow's in sector 1. Oh, chills out already. I've seen an almighty crash at the back. But Dartbolt is under immense pressure here from the Thrive driver. Now Dougie, ooh, Dartbolt. That's allowed Dougie and Josh to go through, or Josh to go through. J Carl's gone through as well. Josh is on the grass. Be careful when he joins back on. Oh my god, he's in the wall and he's out of the race. He's come back on track. Oh my god. Scott's out of the race as well. He's trying to avoid the cart of Josh there, and he unfortunately moved out of the way too quick and just hit the wall. Couldn't control it, and his wheel is off. But up at the front, it is Calzo with an almighty start, and Josh is 4 tenths behind. So we're going to see how he takes turn 11 and 12 there. As Calzo and Josh almost losing the rear. He's in sector 2. Dougie has managed to take it nicely as well. But behind Warlock on the Supers up into 7th place. So again, it's been a fanatic start here in ILR4. As Campbell now making his way out the field, going down the inside of J Carl. Where's Dartbolt? Dartbolt is still in 4th place, so Dartbolt hasn't lost that much ground. Of course, he's on a harder time. Got the sailboat of Nigel. Is he going down the inside of DeLuca? Or J. Cole? Nope, I think J. Cole's pitting he is, so J. Cole must have got wing damage off the start. So that is not how you want to start ILR4. And of course the guys who are retired as well, I'm not going to be impressed. And so far at the front, Calzo 1.2 second lead to Josh now, so controlling the pace at the front already. Dougie in third, had a very good start. Dartbolt sort of booked down off the start, they've been on the harder tyres, it's obviously going to be like a lot harder to see, so I'm going to see... wow, Casper up into 5th already on them Supers. A brilliant start from Casper in the Force India. Looks like he just avoided all the drama in front and behind and just got it done. So Matthew saying Josh needed in the wall, so I'm going to try and stay on board with people to see what they like through turn 11 and 12. So Calzo takes it good, he gets on the grass a little bit. Josh takes it well. Dougie takes it well. Caspar, good. I think everyone for the most part is taking it well. Saying that, I know I'm going to go on board, so I'm not going to absolutely bin it. We've got the Red Bull there of Nicholas. He's down into 13th, so he's had an awful start. Is he going to go down inside of Luke? Yes, he does. Oh, a little bit of a lock up there. Luke defends the outside quite nicely there as well, so fair play to Luke. So Nicholas frustrated on these early stages of the race. Calzo sits at 23.5 for race pace. That is an incredible pace for this division. And Nicholas now, he's going to have... Has he got DRS? No, he hasn't. So DRS has been activated this lap. So he's got to run. He decides to back out. But can he get the exit? I don't think he can. He had to let off the throttle there midway through the corner. But he's going to get a run. As they run down into turn 3, he does go for it. Slight lock up on the front right. Oh, he's got sent wide. I think Luke gave him the space, but just wasn't expecting him to go wide. And now Nicholas has to rejoin in a safe place, and he does. And now Nicholas all the way down in 16th place. And yeah, it's quite a hectic start there. Looks like it's all come down a little bit. Although Campbell is making moves. Oh, he's hooked it back a Warlock there. Is he going to make the move? Oh, he's in the wall, but that's wing damage, surely. That is wing damage. Lewis, I didn't do it to gain subs now, come on. I genuinely messed up, it's my mistake. So how did Campbell get wing damage from that? He hit the wall pretty hard, I'll be very shocked if he didn't. I don't think he did, because he's sticking with... Yeah, alright, okay, alright, let's all forget that it's on my channel, okay? There's still 26 people still managed to find their way, so... We'll just forget that I'm an idiot. So Campbell did get damage, so he should be able to go soft to the end, but he's of course going to be on the back foot with that wing damage. So Josh has decided to leave the lobby now after his retirement. Dartbolt now 3 tenths behind Dougie, so his pace is starting to show now. See, Matthew didn't even notice. See, why can't people be more like Matthew? I don't see. So Dartbolt still recovering from his terrible start. I mean, I've never seen a start so bad, but he was able to keep it clean, keep his wing intact, and can now start to catch the guys ahead on that harder super soft tyre. Kaspar not really able to keep with Dartbolt. I mean, it was expected, to be fair. I mean, the pace Dartbolt was showing. This is going to be between Dartbolt and Calzo today. Wow, Lewis. Wow. Oh, Dougie! Oh, you almost lost it there. Dartbolt, that's allowed Dartbolt now to go for a move. Dougie does go defensive, so Dartbolt will have to go the long way around. Dougie's a late breaker though. He's going to break late. Forcing wide. Dartbolt thinks better of it though. Knows what Dougie's like. And will wait surely for turn 1 as Dougie goes wide again. Is he going to go for a dive into the last corner? No, he doesn't. And Dartbolt has to hold on. And maybe try to get him down his straight as Josh has decided to pit. That's a early pit stop, sorry. For Josh. I mean, I don't know whether he just went happy on them ultra tyres. He hasn't got wing damage, but back to Dartbolt. He's gone down the inside into turn 1. Easy move, but can Dougie get him on back with the DRS? Wait, he's going to have DRS here. So Dartbolt gets DRS again, but Dougie, he's right there. He's going to go right around the outside. Dartbolt breaks later, defends the inside, and is able to keep the place and can now go after Calzo, who is 4.2 seconds ahead. And it has to be said, doesn't look like he's pushing that much. But maybe now Dartbolt's behind him, we might see him push that Red Bull to its limits and maybe try and work on that 4-second gap. At the moment, no. Dartbolt already a 10th pulled in. So yeah, this is definitely going to be between Dartbolt and Calzo tonight. If it isn't decided on track, it'll be decided on time penalties. I'm not streaming on the ILR channel, okay, because I'm a retard. Okay? Let's just forget about it. Yellow's in sector 2, so someone's binned it. Who is it? Oh, the McLaren there of Vitono. So he's up in... Wow. He's had a great start. Right, let's have a quick look and see who's gained the most places. This is going to be absolutely topsy-turvy. So, position... So we've had, from Dougie downwards, everyone's gained at more than 2 places. And Vitono gaining 10 places. He's on them softs as well, so he's on for a very good result. As he stalks DeLuca in 8th. Of course, he's on that super soft tyre. So Nigel's had a good start as well. He's up into 7th. So good start from Nigel and Vitono. Of course, avoiding all the drama at the start. Yeah, see Matthew, I knew you were being sarcastic. That's why I said what I said. But anyway, Dartbolt reeling Calzo in only by a 10th or 2 that last lap. So is the pressure getting to Dartbolt? Who knows? There's Nicholas pits as well. So we're seeing a lot of early pit stops here. Of course, everyone's going to be pitting for the soft tyres, and they will comfortably go to the end from here onwards. As Kaspar is now eyeing up Dougie, of course, on them ultra soft tyres. Look at me for. Oh my god, sorry, I was looking in the chat. Kaspar went down the inside into the fast left right. That's unsettled Dougie's car, and Kaspar says thank you very much, easy move, but Dougie, he isn't one to give up a place that easily, and unfortunately just isn't close enough to fight for that place. Right, Abby, the next person who asks that, I'm just going to time out. Simple. So the next comment I see, if it's why isn't it showing on the ILR channel, they'll just be getting a straight timeout. But yeah, so far it's looking quite a compact midfield. We've got Nigel here going for a move on Morris. Of course, Nigel on that. Oh my god, look at the training cars behind. Vitono and DeLuca. DeLuca's lagged out. That is very unfortunate. Hopefully he can get back in ASAP, because that was looking like a good midfield battle. I'm not I'm getting mad. Luke though and Vitono still going side by side here. Can he hang it around the outside? That's the main thing. There's still slight contact, and I think Luke wisely backed out there. Because again, 2 cars in it towards the end of this sector just doesn't work, as we've seen. Matter, listen, try it, mate, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, so the top 6, I'm going to say, aren't really that close. Kryptonite, and now is having his go on Luke. I think Luke's been a bit of a punching bag. His first couple laps here has just been bullied and pushed around. I mean, look, get your elbows out, mate. Don't have it. What's this on? Well, Lewis, it's been fun. Yep, goodbye, Lewis. Anyway, moving on. Luke. Ah, yes. He's getting his elbows out. See, he's obviously watching the stream. So, Luke doing his job there, getting his elbows out, and he's now back inside the top 10. And up ahead, Dougie has pit from the ultra tyres. So now all eyes are on Calzo to see when he's going to pit, because Dartbolt closing by over a second since the last lap, as Lewis tried to be smart. But I think Josh has got the jump on Dougie there as well. So, Kryptonite locking up a good one there. I mean, this division isn't ABS restricted, so these guys also are using assists that they're comfortable with. I mean, they're not forced to use it off like ILR1. ILR5 is a wet race. Well, rip. Abiodun, I'm streaming it because I'm a retard. As Kryptonite looking to get past Vitonho for P7. Of course, Vitonho's had a great start, and I was up into 5th on the soft. So I think later on in the race, watch out for Nigel and Vitonho, because they're going to be on the quicker tyre and have a lot more pace. Yellow's in sector 3 though. Oh, it's Caspar! Oh, he's bottled it. Nigel now is going to be a free position for him. He's going to do it down into the... I don't know. See, I think Casper will be alright because he's done it in the 3rd sector as a Calzo pit, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out to. I'm enjoying this new ILR. Gone rogue, mate. I've gone rogue, but yeah. So Calzo, is he going to come out in traffic? That's the main thing here. He's going to come out the pits, and I think he's okay. He isn't going to come out in any traffic, I don't think. As Josh is right there as well. So Josh, to be fair to him, almost got the undercut on Calzo. So, I mean, don't count Josh out yet, because he's he could still win this, because Calzo is on cold tyres. So if Josh can close him by a couple tenths, he's going to get that DRS. But back up to Kryptonite, still can't get past that McLaren or Vitonho. And Josh is almost in that DRS window, almost there. Partridge is still behind Luke. So Luke actually, I think, finding a bit of pace now. I think he's woken up from his slumber and is now starting to close in to the back of Kryptonite. So it'll be interesting to see where Dartbot comes up when he does pit. So obviously he's going to pit for the soft tyres. There's no reason he's going to go super soft, ultra soft. As Calzo now 3 seconds behind, so he's come out in relatively clean air. But if these guys battle hard, as we're starting to see now, then it could end quite badly for Calzo. But at the moment, I mean, Josh is now within DRS, so Josh is doing a fantastic job here to put Calzo under pressure, maybe force him into mistake, which will help Dartbolt out in front get a bit of an overcut. As Campbell, two Williams are going at it. As Campbell goes wide, Morris says thank you very much, but I think Campbell isn't going to have that. Is he going to dive it down the inside? No, he doesn't. So we'll stay with this Williams battle for 13th place. I'm going to try and get as many battles as I can and not try and focus on the front of the race. And I don't think Campbell's close enough on this occasion, but he might dive it down the inside. He is gaining a lot, but he's not going to gain enough, and he's going to try and have a go into turn number 3. Rink got an awful entry and exit there. And Campbell's go around the outside. Morris squeezes him. Campbell using no OBS as well, so look, didn't know a lot of these guys run no OBS. And Morris, I think, proving that he's number 1 driver at the moment, but Campbell, he's having none of it. Ooh, almost binned it there. And Caspar, he's on ultra soft, so I don't know why Caspar's done that. He's got to get past these guys quick, who are battling tooth and nail for what is 13th place. Let's see what Caspar does. Georgian Kibutsu, is that you? Well, no, if it was them, they'd be at the back and 20 seconds behind everyone. Anyway, back up front, Chazar going for a move. Is it around the outside? Ooh, slight contact, but managing to go side by side through there. Good racing from the pair of them. And Chazza says thank you very much. And Partridge tries to stick it down his inside. Nothing given though, but he will have DRS as Dartbolt finally pits. Let's see where he comes out in relation to Calzo in a minute. It's a big undercut. Not that big actually. Oh, look at this Calzo. Oh, Josh is going to get him. Josh has got Dartbolt as well. Wow, well, I'm not going to go on board with Dartbolt. Calzo now, is he going to go down the inside? He has to if he wants to have a car between himself and Josh. He does. Partridge doesn't fight it that much. I think he knows that his battle isn't with the net leader of this race. It's with the guys around him, being Chazza and Dougie. So Calzo, importantly, they've got a car between himself, Josh, and Dartbolts. Now he's going to try and go for the move on Chazza. I think he is. Yeah, he's got the run, and it's going to be easy pickings for Calzo, and he can now focus on the next guy. But Chazza's going to come back at him, is he? Maybe. It's going to be very tight, but I don't think he's got the speed. No, he doesn't. And Calzo manages to keep the pace. Let's go back to Dartbolt, who's going to be on a lot fresher tyres, but he might. Well, he's got the pace to get past these guys. It's just a case of when and how he does it. It's just ILR second channel. Yeah, you know, yeah, that sounds smart. Let's just say ILR second channel. Let's just say that. We'll just say that to get away with it. As let's see. So Calzo now 2.5 behind Luke. So Lee just come out in traffic, and Josh and Dartbolt getting past Partridge, who does pit for the set of soft tyres, and Dougie will get a massive undercut on him. And now Dartbolt right behind Josh. This could be a tasty battle between these two. Calzo, Abby, he's in sector 1 and 3. Campbell's out. Campbell is out of this race. Oh, how's he done that? How has he managed to bin it there? He must have lost the rear on exit and just turned into the wall. But Kryptonite on Vitono now, maybe? Oh, they're tight. I mean, if these guys battle this much, then it's only going to attract the guys behind. So the likes of Luke, Calzo, Chazza, Josh, Dartbolt, and maybe even Dougie if they battle that hard. So I'm going to go on board with Calzo. I'm going to go on board with Josh, sorry. Because I know a lot of people want to see Josh Disaster, but no, manages to hold it that time through turn 11 and 12. Is he Palmer in disguise? I believe so. Julian Palmer in ILR, did someone say? But Warlock now pits, so let's see where he comes out in relation to Calzo. He's going to be a fair bit behind. Oh, that's a late pit entry from Kryptonite. And Luke pitting as well, has to be careful, doesn't want to slam into the front of someone. And wait, I thought Dartbolt had pitted then, my bad. So Dartbolt still behind Josh, so we all said this man was going to breeze tonight, and so far he's having an absolute nightmare trying to get past Josh. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he does, late on the brakes. Josh did see it late. I think we're seeing Dartbolt getting a bit frustrated here, being behind cars who he knows he's quicker than us. Calzo on the back of Vitonho, so is this going to be an easy move? Oh my god, I've got the glitch where everyone's car is just absolutely over revving. And at the moment, Calzo looked like he went for a move. He's going to go for a bit of switchback. I've not seen that done before, and he gets on the grass. That was good thinking from Calzo there, but almost destroyed his own race. As now Dartbolt reels in Josh. Calzo surely now will get the move done. He goes a bit wide though. I don't think he's going to get it done here. He might have to wait for turn 1, but that's only going to attract the attention of Josh and Dartbolt. And Dartbolt around the outside. Is Josh going to brake late? I don't think he does. He lets him go. And now Dartbolt up into 4th. Net P2. And now Calzo will see that and he'll be put under pressure. And he'll want to get the move done on Vitonho this next lap. Down into turn 1. We're here to support J. Cole. Probably no point. Laters. Well, he's in 8th. You know what I mean? He's doing well. As Vitonho, I think in the end, he just let him go, and he gets a 3-second time penalty for his worth. And now, importantly, Calzo's got a car in between himself and Vitonho, who ain't going to pit for another 5 or 6 laps. If he can take them softs to lap 20, then he should go on a set of ultras or even super softs just to be on the safe side. Yeah, poor J. Cole, man. Guys, you know what I mean? He's still going. And he gets treated like that. And now Josh is still in the battle, so he's still within DRS. And now Dartbolt is going to go down inside of Vitonho, I think. I think Dartbolt's maybe rushing it a bit here. I think he doesn't need to try and get past this quick, because I mean, it can only make your race even worse. You see he's have to back out there. And Josh, look at Josh now. Got to keep an eye on him because he's sniffing for a mistake. and Dartbolt getting past. I think, yeah, Vittono did back out there to let his teammate by, so job well done from clearly the number 2 McLaren driver. And now maybe it's Josh's turn to make a move on Dartbolt. Maybe put him under some pressure. Dartbolt goes wide. That's going to compromise his exit. Josh is weaving. I don't know why Josh is weaving. Maybe he wasn't happy with the way Dartbolt got past him. But if he can keep within DRS to Dartbolt, then pretty much going to be pressure all race from Josh. So far, the only battles on track really is between Josh and Dartbolt. I'm going to try and get on board with the battle for what is 11th between Chazar, Nicholas and Partridge. Happy to say I'm the first ILR4 driver to report something to the stewards. I mean, is it? Josh will have to pit again. He's balled it. I don't know, Matthew. I guess we'll find out towards the end of the race. I mean, if it does take him that long, I'll be very surprised if Chazar almost loses the back end there. And these guys are not really gaining that much from each other, so I'm going to go back up to the battle for what is with Dougie and Vittono for 5th place. Vittono's got a terrible exit there, as Dougie surely should be. Needs to move. Oh, Vittono goes defensive though, so he's going to give this up. Dougie right around the outside, pressure soft tyres, easy move. Vittono gave him the space, so that's Dougie now up into P5 and only 2 seconds behind Josh. And if Matthew's right, he does have to pit, then you know, we could be seeing Dougie on for a net 3rd, I believe. Oh, Vittono's out. How's he done that? Wait, that one in the pits. Please do not tell me that was in the pits. Oh, he binned it in the pits. Oh no. Oh no. How's he managed that? If he was, he must have went into the entry way too quick and either looked up the brakes and just went straight on. Then that's something. But anyway, I missed the battle for what is the last point, and Nicholas so far has done that quite well. He's made the move on Partridge, and now Chazar is going to go for a dive. No, he doesn't. He stays behind. Man, I don't know what to say about that. I've never seen anyone bin it in the pit lane before. David Coulthard it, that's for sure. Took the pit entry too fast, looked up the brakes, it's what it looked like anyway. And that is his race over. And this group of 3 cars getting pretty punchy right now. Chazza looking like the quicker driver here. Is he going to make the move on Partridge? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it. And Vittono backing out of the lobby. I'm not surprised. And Nigel finally pits. He's done 15 laps on them softs. So if they're dead by 15 laps, then Josh will definitely have to pit again. As Chazza, he gets a better exit. Even with DRS, he's going to try and go for a move. Partridge defends inside. So Chazza has to go a long way around. Always forced him off there a little bit. Nothing really intentional in that. Oh my god. So Flexi and Matthew want Josh to be retired, which is quite funny. So Nigel, wow, Nigel's actually had a very good good stint on them softs. We've got Morris now right behind him, losing the back end though on them softs. Can he go for a move on his ILR3 team, well not teammate but buddy from last season? No, he can't. And Luke right up behind Kryptonite. Issue buff on the same lap of tyres, so should be a relatively good fight between them both. Look like they're quite even on pace as well. Lewis. Wait, did I? There we go. Bye, Lewis. Have a good time out, mate. So Morris now in 7th. He's now got Nigel just come. Oh, that was lag. You've got to tease me like that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I don't think Morris is going to be able to make a move on Nigel. Nigel's got 12 seconds to catch on Warlock. Now, can it be done in 11 laps? I'm going to say no. But I think the most important thing we have to look at here is the battle for what is potentially 3rd place between Dougie and Josh, and the fight for the lead, because Dartbolt is closing that lead to Calzo, who has taken me by surprise. I'm going to be completely honest. And goodbye Lewis again. Well, even if you're not Lewis, then, you know, you're just being a troll. Looking quite even between the guys out in front, 1.7 the gap, been like that, I think we're about a lap or two now. Dougie though, demanding that podium off Josh. I mean, Josh's tyres are 3 laps older than Dougie's. I love it. So Dougie will surely be able to make the move if he can keep it clean through turn 11 and 12. Josh almost got well wide there, could have binned it there. Dougie's going to go down the inside. No, he doesn't. I'm surprised at that. I was expecting a sweet little dive bomb there. Oh! Wow. I'm surprised at that. So Calzo with a time penalty. I don't know if a Dartbot's got one. I'm going to... Shall I look? Nah, I'm not going to look. I'll let it be a surprise at the end. And Josh and Dougie still battling. I'm surprised Dougie didn't go for that move at the end of Sector 2. Dougie was very good. Well, Dougie's always been good on F1 games. Just Dougie finally gets a move on Josh. Goes a bit deep though, and Josh says, "Thank you very much, mate. I'm going to defend that." But Dougie says, "No, I'm here, and I'm." Oh no! Oh no! That is very, very unfortunate. That is let's hope and pray that he can get back in the session. This is why I don't sweat F1. This is why I don't sweat F1. I'm sorry. I mean, if it wasn't his internet packing up, then I'm done, because he's put so much practice into this race, and he's, you know, effectively had the lead snatched away from him. 400 laps to disconnect. This is why I don't practice. People say to me, "Why don't you practice?" This is a prime example of why I don't practice and getting stuck in the pits. Prime examples. But Dartbolt, he's still in second place, to be fair. So if he rejoins back now, then he could still get a decent result. But I don't think that's going to happen, because Dougie now going to breeze past him, and now Calzo's got a 10-second advantage to Dougie in second. Just proves how much of a lead Calzo and Dartbolt had. You know, I'm not going to take nothing away from Dartbolt. If he joins back, you know, he still would have had a fantastic result regardless. But I think for the guys who are in this session, they're also not going to complain. I wouldn't complain if I was behind Dartbolt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure invites got set more than once. I've got a lap 3 or 4, so he has got backup invites, so he can join. All the others in Sector 3. I'll see who it is if I go on board with Calzo. So I mean, it's not over yet. 9 laps still to go here, and Dartbolt still in 5th place. Let's hope he can get back into the session. You're the host. Wait, what? Oh, we're talking about me then. So yeah, 9.3 advantage. Josh is still behind Dougie, so let's see if he'll have to pit again. Warlock though is going to cause a bit of an issue here for Josh, because 7 lap old softs against 15 lap old softs is a bit of a difference in pace, to say the least. Yeah, I feel like the game was to blame for that, because you know, it's just unfortunate really, isn't it? Ooh, Warlock, they're almost losing the rear there. Is he going to be able to make the move on Josh? Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. I don't think Josh can fight anymore on them softs. Or can he? No, he can't. So that's now Warlock into a net P3. So where did Warlock start? Let's have a quick look. So we started outside the top 10, and he's got a podium effectively at the moment, which is quite good, to be fair. So fair play to him. Only 11 more disconnects for a J. Cole victory. Oh, damn. Imagine. Just imagine. What happened to Casper? Yeah, he binned it, Lewis. You would have known that, but you decided to try to be a troll. So the battle really between Warlock... I think Josh is I think them tyres are done now, aren't they? Realistically, they're done. They are done. So Warlock now on their much fresher soft tyre. Can he maybe go for a second place? Because he's right behind Dougie. But he goes deep. That's going to lose him a little bit of time. Yeah, my tyres. Yeah, thanks for that race update, Josh. I appreciate it. I mean, I couldn't tell by him literally losing a ton of time to the likes of Dougie and Warlock. But so far, it's been a cracking opener, really. I mean, apart from me being a retard, it was quite good. Excuse me. As Warlock having a late charge up the field. Josh Bottle, Vamos. Oh no. I mean, oh, Dartbolt's back. Okay, so Dartbolt has rejoined. So come on, Dartbolt, come on, put your foot down, mate. Put your foot down. Come on, let's go. And Josh now, no, not Josh. Sorry, Warlock all over the back of Dougie. Dougie without the DRS, of course. And Warlock not able to get by, so quite shocked at that, really. Again, I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, apart from one large, I think was from Josh, I believe, early on in the race. I haven't really seen a lot of people go for any outrageous moves, which I'm quite surprised about. So hopefully now, maybe Warlock, he's got a bit of a run. Is now the time where he can snatch second place of Dougie? No, it's not. He thinks better of it. He wants to run. Is he going to get the run? He does. I don't know. I think Dougie might have got a slightly better run, but with that DRS, he's going to get the run. Dougie's going to go defensive. He's going to squeeze, almost squeeze him off the track. As Dougie goes deep there, he's making that Ferrari as wide as a bus. Warlock's going to be foaming at the mouth here, trying to get past this Ferrari driver. So if he can get it done, because there's only 6 laps remaining. And Calzo with that Dartbolt disconnect, looking like he's going to take an easy victory here. As Warlock tries to go around the outside, Dougie defends it though. And ooh, is he going to get better exit? I think he has. Oh, they're going to be side by side. This is not good for my health. Dougie backs out of it though, thankfully. And Warlock is now up into P2 and can maybe put on a late charge. Maybe put Calzo under pressure. He's only 11 seconds up the road, mate. What's the worst that could happen? And Dartbolt is catching Josh at a rate of knots, so Josh's day could be going from bad to worse. He's got 6 laps remaining here. Can he get them softs to the end? He'll have to tiptoe, I think, at the end if he wants to try and get them to the end. But I'm going to go back down to 8 because Kryptonite is on the back of Morris. So again, trying to get as many battles in as I can. I think I've done well to get most of the battles in. I think I've missed maybe 1 or 2 overtakes. As Morris and Kryptonite both losing the rear there. I'm going to murder Dartbolt if he comes in. Oh, I love it. Morris there. Oh, and that's it. Oh, Kryptonite almost losing the rear there. Almost. He done well to save it. Doesn't go for a dive bomb though. Thinks better of it. He'll want to stay behind, compose himself for next lap, and maybe go for a dive down into turn 1. And Dartbolt, he is on a mission here. He is definitely going to get Josh by the end of the race. So, yeah, man, I can only feel that it was a game disconnect and not his internet packing up. So let's go back to Kryptonite as he comes through turn 11 and 12 there. Oh, he gets a time penalty. Oh, I haven't seen anyone bin it there. That's quite disappointed. Rick, oh, Jesus! Oh my God. Is that even allowed? My God, I ain't seen defending like that in a while. Jesus, I don't think Kryptonite was expecting that. I for one wouldn't have been expecting that. As now Dartbolt is within DRS, so we are going to stay because he could still, if he gets a podium still, fair play to the guy. More moves than MJ in his prime. Oh no. Why have I just read that out on stream? Oh no. Kryptonite. He's going to be a bit mad there. He's locking up now. I think we can tell that he's not impressed with the way Morris has defended that position there. Quite shocking really when you think about it. Dartbot now 5 tenths behind Josh, so them softs on Josh's McLaren are going to be absolutely screaming at him. As Jacob and Partridge, I believe that was Jacob getting past. So I'm going to stay with Dartbot though, because it could happen. I thought Josh had a puncher there. I mean, you can just tell how much fresher Dartbolt's tyres are, and you're going to go for a move, easy as you like, down into turn, whatever it is, and gets the move done. So now Josh Dartbolt can go hunting for Doug. He's got a 2.6 second gap to make up in the space of 3 laps. I reckon he can do it. I mean, I want him on the podium. It'd be nice to see him on the podium. So yeah, so who thinks Dartbolt can get a podium out of this race? 2.2 second the gap behind Nigel though. He's only 3.7 behind, so he's had a good race for his debut here in ILR4. So with Josh's tyres the way they're going, I mean, he could still get a puncher. There's still time. I wish I could see how bad them rears are. They must be absolutely shot right now. 21 laps on a set of softs. Absolutely mad. And I think Dartbolt 1.6 now. It was 1.7. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. Dartbolt is a man on a mission though, since he lagged out of course. He was on for the win. Or a good battle with Calzo at least. But unfortunately for Dartbolt, it's not been an easy race as everyone thought it would be for him. So I wonder what everyone's reaction is gonna be after this race. I for one, I'm still impressed with the pace he's had. He's shown incredible pace, and to still potentially get a podium, incredible. He's only 1.3 now behind Dougie, 1.2, so he's gaining a tenth more or less each corner. So yeah, I'm gonna try and look out for Josh, because I know he's gonna be off the pace. And you can just see how much he's having to lift. I mean, and then that front left looks dirty. That does not look good for him. Just trying to see the rears there. Again, they don't look great either. So it could happen. I know Matthew and Flexi are going to be foaming at the mouth. They look absolutely terrible, I'm not going to lie. Dartbolt now 7 tenths to Dougie, so this man could still potentially get a podium. But I don't think Dougie's going to give this up though. Sorry, the signs have been on. Kryptonite has gone off. He's yellowed in sector 1. I think Nicholas has had an off as well. He hasn't got wing damage though, and he's called it a day. So I can understand why, being at the end of the race. And all of a sudden this race has exploded here. Dartbolt and Dougie is side by side. Ooh, Dougie went deep. Dartbolt says, "No, mate, you can go deep. I'll just go straight down your inside." But Dougie will have DRS. And Nigel is going to get Josh as well, by the way. He's closing in at a rate of knots. So see what Josh is still going fine. So Dartbolt up into third now. So very, very good. So a good comeback from Dartbolt, must say. Incredible. To still keep your head when you lag out from potentially winning the race is hard to do, and he's done that very well today. So let's go back to Chazza, who is on the back of Luke for what is P8, and Nigel is within DRS to Josh. Let's see if we can get a good glimpse at how bad Josh's rears are. From here I can just see how bad they are. Could he get a second? I think it's too much to ask, but who knows? He has got the pace. He's quicker than Warlock. I mean, the gap was 3.2, it's now 2.6. Yeah. Oh, Warlock's out! He's going to get a second! Oh, wow. So that means Josh is up into net fourth. Nigel's coming fast. Why you come fast? You're not seeing me. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. Nigel, he's foaming at the mouth now. He wants 4th place. Josh's tyres are screaming at him. As the one time I missed a bottle at the fast left right was on lap 28. So Dartbolt, absolute hats off to him. Hats off to him. But Nigel, this is the last lap, so this is make or break for him as Josh. Oh my god, them tyres look. Oh, look at the front left. You can't really see it that much, but Nigel's going to go round the outside. And yeah, that's pretty much moved on now. Now we wait. Now we wait. Because them tyres look terrible. So let's stay with Josh, shall we? Let's see. I'm going to stay with Josh. Let's just see if he does get a puncture. So I'm going to see where Calzo is, and he's coming to end the race, and it's been a fantastic start to his campaign here in ILR4. He's going to collect the 25 points and the race win with ease, but Dartbolt, if he hadn't lagged out, he would have definitely put up a fight, that's for sure. So Calzo will win the race, and it is Dartbolt who will come home in P2. Fantastic drive, absolutely fantastic. Nothing more of a good drive for him. He's going to be happy with that. He finishes in 2nd place. Dougie will get a podium in 3rd. Oh, he gets 2nd because of penalties actually. Wow, that's quite disheartening. Nigel will get 4th. Josh got 4th in the end, so Josh did finish. He didn't get a puncture, which I know some people were hoping for, and he does get 4th. Nigel finishes in 5th. Morris will get a well-deserved 6th place. Luke will get a very good 7th place. Chaz will finish in 8th. J. Cole will get 9th, so that's 2 points for J. Cole, not 1. So congrats to him. And Kryptonite, he will get the last point, and Partridge finishing just outside the top 10 with Caspar bottling it early on, and unfortunately for him, he'll finish in 12th place and receive no points at the start of ILR4. So I know I don't normally do podium interviews, and I don't think I've got everyone added, so I am going to quickly check. I know I've got Dartbolt and Dougie, so I'll be able to invite them. I am going to try and invite Calso as well, just to see if he'll join and get his thoughts. I mean, I'd love to hear what Dartbolt thought of that race. Right, you know what? Sorry, Edward. Bye, mate. Right. Yeah, I'd love to know how I'm going to invite Calzo first, then, just to. Right, I'm going to try and get this. Cal. Nice. Right. 1, and I need Dougie and Dartbolt. If you've got any questions for the guys in the podium, do put them in. So oh, look at that, Dougie and Dartbolt. So let's see if they join. Hopefully they do. Let's wait for the other 2 guys to come in, and then we'll start with the interviews as Dougie's in as well, so it's just all on Dartbolt now. Is he going to join? Is he going to join or not? Well, anyway, before we start, if Dartbolt joins, then I'll have to interview him last. Dougie and Calzo, if you could make sure your voices are allowed to be shared. I'll I'll give you like 30 seconds to check, and then I'll get on into the questions. Right, so I'll start with the race winner, Calzo, who won the race by quite a comfortable margin. So, Calzo, just explain to us how your race went.
I started losing a lot of times in ultra sauce during the first stint. At the end of the stint, I was really struggling to not spin, and I had to go for an early pit stop. It was earlier than I'd like, and then the sauce kind of just started to wear away a bit more in the end than I expected them to. But I had the gap to take it easy, so it was just fine.
Yeah, and of course, obviously with Dartbolt disconnecting, that must have brought a huge sigh of relief to you. How did you feel to see Dartbolt unfortunately disconnect?
I didn't actually see that he disconnected. I thought he hit his wing or broke his wing or something. I didn't actually see that he left the session. So I just thought he broke his wing, and then my brother came back and told me that he just disconnected for a bit. And I was relieved because I wouldn't have to fight on one sauce, and I probably would have got beat.
Yeah, I mean, we've started off the season with a win. I mean, obviously, looking, I think the next track is China, I believe. So, how are you feeling around there?
I'm quite comfortable in China. I like it. It's a track that I like, and I know that I'm quick at it. So hopefully I'll
Okay.
get another one.
Okay. One more question as well. With qualifying, obviously, I don't know if you've seen the Twitter chat, but during the day, everyone was saying that Dartbolt was sort of in a world of his own in terms of pace, and then
Mm.
when he got pole, you took me by surprise because I was like, wow, where's he come from? So, was your plan to sort of stay quiet about your pace, or was you sort of tempted to say how quick you were?
I went into a lobby with Dark Bolt and a few people about 1 o'clock, and I did qualifying then. And they did put in the chat that I done a 19.0 in qualifying, so I knew that I was going to be up the top end of the grid, but I didn't know I was going to challenge me. So I joined the lobby to see who was quick, and then saw that Dark Bolt was going pretty well. So I was like, maybe he'll challenge me in the race.
Okay, well, again, congrats on the win, and I'm gonna move on to second place, which should have been Dartbolt, but with a time penalty, it was Dougie. So, Dougie, talk to us through your race because it looked like at some stages you sort of had to overtake quite a few cars to get that second place. Um, Dougie,
Yeah, hi. Oh, sorry.
right,
I was on mute.
right.
No.
It's fine. Did you hear the question?
Good
Yeah, I
job.
heard the question. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just naturally bad at Australia. Let's just start there. And I was struggling throughout qualifying. I was about 1.2 seconds off pole. That's how bad I am. So yeah. And then during the race, it was just trying to like maximize everything I can. It was just blind luck, pretty much how I got into the podium. To be honest, I'm just not good here. Um, So yeah, I just tried my best and tried to do some overtaking as much as I can. And I think people fell off the wayside. Obviously, Darkwall disconnected, and don't know what's India's name, but he crashed in like 2 laps to go. So realistically, I probably would have finished P5, but I think it was an okay race. It was a bit nothing special though.
Okay, so obviously you said that you're not very quick at Australia, so how are you feeling about next week's race in China?
China is better, but I don't know how it's going to be compared to Australia. It will be better, I don't know, obviously, but I just don't think it'd be substantially better. But I think there's a lot of fast people here, so it could go either way, ebbs or flows. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, and obviously with second place, you've started off your season in in my opinion, sort of an unexpected way. Obviously, you said that you should have finished P5, but obviously you got second. So, what's the plan now? You're going to try to build on that, try and practice a little bit more, or you're just going to sort of take it how it comes and see if next week you get lucky again?
I can't rely on luck every single time because not every single time that I'll have the same result again. So I'm just gonna have to like practice a bit more better. And Australia, I knew coming into it that I was not going to be fast, so I just didn't really bother trying to like improve my times because it was just there was no point. I wasn't improving, so I thought just wing it, see how it goes, and see what happens. You never know. So fortunately, I'm up here, so China would be different. I'll try and practice that a bit more better, but at the moment, it's all right.
Okay, well, hopefully you have a good result next week, and I'm going to move on to the man, in my opinion, driver of today, because to lag out Dartbolt and still come home with a podium, you got to feel that, you just got to take that and sort of move on, really. But how was it knowing that you'd lagged out and essentially maybe couldn't get back in the session?
It was quite horrible, and especially when Scuba messaged me like a minute or two before that Calzo had a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
sorry.
rejoined and the tyres weren't even on temp, so...
Well, I mean, you did a fantastic job when you rejoined. I didn't even know you'd rejoined until I went on board with your car. Obviously, when you rejoined, I think you was in 5th or 6th, and you was like
Yeah.
3 or 4 seconds behind the car in front, and you just literally must have put your head down and gone, you know what, I'm getting a podium, and luckily, Warlock retiring on lap 28, obviously it got you your podium. So, are you sort of relishing the battle with Calzo this season, or do you feel that he got lucky this race, and next race you're gonna sort of get that race win?
Oh, I know, but from Calzo's pace today, it should be a good battle all season, hopefully.
And do you think anyone else can challenge you two, or is it just your eyes are just set on Calzo at the moment?
I think the 2 Force Indias of Casper and Warlock, is it?
Yeah.
They got a good pace, but are unlucky, so we'll see.
Okay, and China, how you feeling? Are you good round there? Bad round there? Do you need practice?
China's horrible.
Okay, so no confidence at all, no?
No.
Right. Well, I mean, I've run out of questions, so I'm gonna call it there. So congratulations to Calzo on the win, Dougie for second, and Dartbot with an incredible drive back up to third place. My name's been Cliffy, and I'll be seeing you next week for the Chinese Grand Prix on the Inside Line Racing official channel, not my channel, because I'm a retard and messed up. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.